Let's dive into a detailed analysis of SoFi and the broader market, examining recent data points and their implications for SoFi's performance. We'll explore market dynamics, institutional transactions, and strategic moves by the company, while also considering external factors influencing investor behavior.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Daily Stock Update. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications by hitting the bell, so you never miss any of our uploads and also enter our giveaway. But before that, alert, this is not a financial advice video. The stock market had a notable day, with SoFi standing out as one of the key performers. SoFi's stock closed with a 5.06% gain, finishing at $6.64, with a low of $6.41 and a high of $6.71. While the volume of traded shares reached 27.5 million, this was slightly below the average of 42.08 million shares. Despite this, the overall performance was positive, reflecting a day of solid gains for the company. Institutional transactions showed that most of the activity was on the sell side, but the situation was more nuanced due to various contributing factors. Short sellers returned to the market, adding buying pressure, and algorithmic trading, triggered by morning news, propelled stock prices higher across the board. While there were some significant buys, including one for 1.3 million shares, selling dominated the day. It's important to note that there wasn't any significant official news from SoFi itself. However, there was an update on social media from Anthony, highlighting SoFi's efforts to launch business banking and financing options through partnerships to better serve entrepreneurs. This initiative aligns with previous hints from their earnings calls, and it represents a promising growth opportunity for SoFi. The broader market was significantly influenced by economic data, particularly the jobless claims report. The initial jobless claims came in lower than expected at 233,000, compared to the forecasted 241,000. This data disrupted the bearish sentiment that had been prevalent after last week's hotter jobless claims and significantly lower payroll figures. Additionally, geopolitical tensions in the Middle East introduced a layer of uncertainty, which could affect market behavior in the coming days, especially as we approach Friday. Investors might exhibit caution, avoiding holding positions over the weekend in anticipation of potential developments. Despite these uncertainties, the market appears to be stabilizing. The likelihood of a 75 basis point interest rate cut in the September 18th meeting has significantly decreased, now standing at 0%. The probability of a 50 basis point cut has also dropped from around 80% to 56.5%. As of now, there's a 43.5% chance of a 25 basis point cut, suggesting that the market is becoming more rational in response to positive economic data. Short selling activity is always a critical indicator to watch. Today, SoFi saw net short selling of 762,000 shares, meaning short sellers were returning shares, which added buying pressure. Currently, 16.6% of SoFi's free float is being shorted, amounting to 173.78 million shares. The average cost to borrow these shares is 0.83%, with a utilization rate of 51.58%. The short interest score, which gauges the likelihood of a short squeeze, is 71.2. Analyzing the intraday activity, short sellers were consistently returning shares, which helped support the upward momentum in SoFi's stock price. Algorithmic trading further contributed to this momentum, with these automated systems reacting quickly to positive news and economic indicators, pushing stock prices higher. In the options market, SoFi saw $3.26 million in call options and $1.09 million in put options traded today. Notably, 51% of the options activity was bullish, indicating a generally optimistic sentiment among investors. Open interest data reveals that a significant number of options are set to expire soon, with key strike prices being $6, $6.50, $7, and $7.50. As Friday approaches, it's worth watching the $6.50 level, as it could become a battleground for market makers and short sellers. However, the relatively low volume of options at this strike price suggests that it might not be a major focal point. Looking ahead to next week, the options market is already showing high volume at strike prices of $7, $7.50, and $8, which could lead to increased volatility. The trading range for SoFi is currently between the S1 support level and the pivot point, with $7.07 as the next major resistance and $6.55 as the next significant support level. From a technical standpoint, SoFi's stock is still trading in the lower percentile of the Bollinger Bands and remains below the 50-day moving average. The stochastic oscillator indicates that the stock is oversold, which often precedes a rebound as value investors step in to buy the dip. This pattern has been observed in other stocks recently, such as Palantir and Virgin Galactic, which saw double-digit gains. For SoFi, a key target is to break above the 50-day moving average, which would signal a potential shift in momentum and attract more buyers. If SoFi can maintain its current momentum and break through resistance levels, it could see continued gains in the coming days. A new analyst rating from KBW assigned a $7 price target to SoFi, with the analyst holding a 55% success rating. This target aligns with the consensus among analysts, which averages out to $8.27, representing a 24.55% upside from the current price. This suggests that analysts see significant potential for SoFi to outperform in the near term. Retail investor sentiment is also a crucial factor, as many have been buying the dip in SoFi over the past few days. If you're one of those investors, it's worth noting that buying during these pullbacks can be a smart strategy, especially in a volatile stock like SoFi. Options trading can also be a lucrative way to capitalize on the stock's volatility, as it allows investors to collect premiums and potentially profit from short-term price movements. In conclusion, as we move into tomorrow and beyond, keep an eye on key technical levels and market indicators. The broader market seems to be normalizing after recent volatility, and positive economic data is helping to calm investor nerves. SoFi's recent performance, coupled with its strategic moves and potential growth opportunities, makes it an interesting stock to watch. Friends, that's all we have for you today. What is your opinion about today's video? Get involved and let us know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.